Hey, welcome everybody. What's going on? It's your boy. I'm back again with another video for you guys. Okay, this is another question that I'm answering that somebody outside had asked me. And this is pertaining to operating in bad weather conditions. Okay, so I've been doing it for years, and I've driven in some bad weather. So now this is not an exact how do I call it? It's not so there's no guaranteed, what I'm about to tell you, is engraved in stone or it's 100%. But you know what? It has helped me for the past 12 years, I want to say. When it comes to driving in inclement weather. And it has helped me out. So I'm going to share those tips with you guys today. And then you guys could use it, apply it. Or don't use it if you don't want to. But first and foremost, when it comes to bad weather, if it gets bad, that bad, to the point where you could no longer see the road. You are judging it. You got that bad feeling in your gut, and it's telling you that, you should not be on the road. You should pull over. Once you start getting that feeling, then obviously, it's time for you to get off the road. That's first and foremost. What I always do is, if I'm going somewhere or if I'm going to go grab a load, I check the weather ahead of time. Okay, check the weather ahead of time to make sure that where you're going is actually, you're gonna get there safely. That's one of the main things. Check the weather where you heading to pick up your load, and check the weather. How is it going to be when you are getting there? Okay, how is it going to be when you get there? Okay, when you are going to shut down, how are the roads going to be? Okay, and always make sure you have, extra food, extra pairs of clothes, couple blankets and stuff like that, in case if something were to happen, your engine is not running, your APU is not running to provide you with heat, you are able to keep yourself warm. In my truck, I had those little hot lunch boxes. I'm going to make another video to show you guys what I mean by hot lunchbox. Okay, you could plug them into your cigarette lighter. They don't hold a lot of food, but you could put your stuff in there, and in a few minutes, man, you have a hot meal. Okay, you could even use that to heat up some water if you had to. Nowadays, there's plenty of stuff that they make. You could plug them in cigarette lighters and heat up water and stuff like that. So yeah, check the weather, okay, and keep an eye on it. Get you a cradle where you can cradle your phone to the windshield, okay, or cradle it in a position where it won't interfere with your line of view, okay. And then you can keep. I use AccuWeather, okay. So keep that open. And then check, refresh it, check to see what the weather is going to do. Okay, a good thing to have also is, have a thermometer, system on your truck that could read exterior temperature and let you know what it is from inside of the truck. We all know that they say, I'm not a scientist, but they say that water freezes at around 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so if you are driving around and the temperature is 34 degrees, you're getting close to that freezing point. So you do want to keep an eye out on the temperature, know what's going on, where you're going, and where you're going to be, where you're shutting down at. Okay. Another thing I would tell you is, as you're driving, look at the road, okay? See if it looks wet. Salt, what that does is it increases water's freezing point, so to allow water to stay liquid for a much longer period of time. Okay, and then that allows your tires to make traction, with the road. Okay, so that's what that does. What I'm saying? It melts ice, and it brings water freezing temperature much lower. What I'm saying? So instead of 32 degrees, it could be, I don't know, maybe 10 degrees, maybe negative 10. Okay, so yeah, look at the road, see, get a clear picture, especially in the daytime. If you're driving, what I'm saying, if you see big puddles of, water, or what appears to be water on the side, try to avoid those things, because a lot of times those things might be black ice. Okay, and black ice is something that forms. It could form in the day, at night. What I'm saying? You will have a better chance of seeing them in the daytime, but at night, it's very hard to tell, because the reflection of the headlights, when it hits the road, that glare, you really can't tell, what's there. But again, look at the road, what I'm saying, and see if the road looks wet, like it's just finished raining, what I'm saying, half of the time, you'll be okay. What I'm saying, I said I've done it for years. All right. The next thing I do, okay, it's number 3. Next thing I do is I always let somebody go past me. Okay, I stay in the right lane of travel, and you're always gonna find somebody that's in a hurry, somebody that's a super trucker, somebody that isn't paying attention. What I'm saying? Somebody who feels like, hey, this load should have been there yesterday, and they're gonna go past you. When they go past you, look at their tires. See if if water is being sprayed off the ground. That's an indication that the ground is not frozen. You know what I'm saying? You look at that. Look out for that spray, for that mist. You know what I'm saying? If it hits against your windshield, when you turn your wipers on, see how that water reacts. If is it coming off and flying off into liquid form on the side of you, or is it that when you wipe it, it gathers on the side and then it freezes? If it's doing that, then it's serious. Okay, I mean, bad weather is always serious, but that's a very good indication. So you let somebody go past you, man. See how their tires react to the ground. Okay, and make sure you give yourself ample following distance to so when they get back in front of you, if they lose control of their vehicle, you're able to either maneuver out the way or bring your vehicle safely to a stop without getting yourself into an accident. Okay. 4th, check your tires. Okay, if your tires look bald, okay, if your treads look low, generally anything lower than 5/32, on drives, I mean that's it looks like it's bald. It's very low. Okay, it's still legal, but you're gonna need good treads. Okay, you're gonna need, because the treads is what gives you traction. Okay, also air pressure in your tires. Okay, check the air pressure in your tires, because a tire that's sharp will cut through snow and ice better than a tire that's flat. Okay, so when you don't have enough air in your tire, okay, it mushes down on the ground. Okay, and the sidewalls start to touch the ground. You know what I'm saying, which gives your tire a wider profile, which have a tendency, for it to slip and slide. But if you have a tire that has air in it, enough air, okay, that cone shape, you need the treads to make contact with the ground. Okay, so that's a good thing for y'all to keep in mind. I'm saying air pressure and stuff like that, in your tires. Okay, it gets cold, so don't be surprised if you are running, let's say, low pro 22.5s, and you were running them at 110 psi's, and you get up one morning and it's like 70 or 60 psi in there. Okay, because and I've experienced that before. My tires can be full of air, and then next thing you know, it looks flat. You know what I'm saying? And I have to add air in it. So always do a proper pre-trip, man. You know what I'm saying? Check your tires and make sure everything is properly inflated, especially in the winter. Okay, you want your stuff to be properly inflated, and check you know, the depth of the treads. Okay, you got to make sure you have enough. I see guys that drive around with closed shoulder tires. They look like steer tires on drive axles, and I don't know how they do it, man. But you know, you're gonna need something, preferably with an open shoulder. Okay, something that can grab onto, you know, the ground or the snow, whatever it is, that frozen hard snow. Okay, when you're driving, you know, you keep your tires, you know, in the tracks. Okay, that previous trucks have traveled through. You know, you stay there, and you know what I'm saying, and you keep control, you know, of your vehicle. Okay, so you know, that's, you know, there are more, but that's gonna be another video, because if I keep talking here, this thing's gonna go past the intended time that I wanted to, you know, to be at. But yeah, you're going out there, you know, have extra clothes, you know, preferably, you know, extra food as well, okay, because you never know when you're gonna get stuck somewhere. All right, if you have to get fuel before and during your trip if you know the weather's gonna be bad. Because don't be surprised if you go somewhere, you're low on fuel, you go somewhere you didn't fuel before, and now you got to sit there for a couple of days, okay, and you can't go anywhere. All right, plows are not really plowing, and you have to wait for a plow to come by to, you know what I'm saying, basically, you know, clear a pathway for you. Okay, so make sure you have, you know, always have enough fuel in your truck, have enough food, enough clothing. You know what I'm saying? Be very familiar with the weather apps. Okay, pay attention to the weather, where you picking up from, where you're gonna stop at, where you're delivering at. Okay, you got to make sure you check those things. All right, and then use, you know, common sense. You know what I'm saying? If the ground is getting to the point where, you know, you really can't see the lanes anymore, and, you know, you're trying to judge it, you know, you don't know if you're getting too far over to the left or too close to the right, you know, you start hitting that rumble strip. Time for you to, you know what I'm saying, find the rest area, man. Call your dispatch and say, hey, you know, and for you know, safety's sake, I'm going to pull over, wait out for a little bit, allow the plows some time to come through and to clean the road. Okay, so that way you can have, you know, a safe road for you to drive on. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, no one's life is worth, you know, any load, any equipment, any truck. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because I can guarantee you get into an accident and they have to let you go, they're gonna find somebody else to take over your, you know, the lane that you were running. You know what I'm saying? And then brokers, they don't want to hear that, oh, you know what, I rolled over or I wrecked my truck. But if you call the broker, say, hey, you know what, I'm on my way to delivery, okay, but the weather's getting very, very bad. All right, I'm gonna pull this one over for a bit, and, you know, proceed when the weather is more favorable. Okay, and hey, I've never had any issues with any broker that flipped the script on me, you know, catch an attitude because you don't want to keep going, don't, you know, be a super trucker, you know. At the same time, you know, I'm not telling you to go crazy when it's flurries outside. You know what I'm saying? This is for, like, when the weather is really, really bad. Okay, ideally, if, let's say, if you're on I-90, for instance, in New York, you're going through the throughway. That's a toll road. They tend to do a pretty good job at keeping that clean. Okay, so you could adjust your speed. If you're loaded, you have weight on you, you could adjust your speed, you know, to travel safely and keep a great following distance. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and do what you got to do. You know, get there. But if you have to pull over, man, just pull over. I mean, it's not worth it. It's really not. Okay, nobody need to show off. Okay, people don't really care about you being a super trucker. You know, when you are tipped over on the side and you done spilled all of your cargo all over the road. All right, because more than likely they're gonna slam you with a ticket. Okay, it's gonna go on you, on your driving record. I mean, it's a mess. It's a mess, and that's not really necessary. So, these are just some tips. Of course, there are more, but let me know what you guys think. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you have not done that yet. Okay, it helps me build a YouTube page. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of good information that I do want to bring to the mass public, to people, but I need, your help to, it's almost like, hey, if you guys subscribe and then you let me know, what you think, and you leave, a thumbs up and whatnot, that, targets the algorithm to, tell me like, hey, what, you should continue, making more videos. You know what I'm saying? So anyhow, the help is, very well appreciated. You know what I mean? So, if you watch any of my other videos, like I said before, I don't have a blueprint or a playbook or notes exactly, how I'm going to navigate around this, how I'm going to do it. Hey, I know a little bit of editing, video editing here and there, but I'm still, figuring that one out as well, as I try to bring you guys these videos. You know what I'm saying? But, and please be respectful to each other. Okay. If you have an opinion that differs from what I'm saying, you can leave, your comments. It's fine. But just be respectful, you know what I'm saying, to each other, man, and and be safe out there. Till then, we'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Peace.